much more hesitant to bring up is the last step of that animal's life, the animal's death. I want you to imagine a knife that slits the throats of animals sold in McDonald's. Now imagine a knife that slits the throats of animals sold in Whole Foods. And now decide, which knife do you want splitting open your own throat? Will there ever be a time where you take your dog, your cat, or your goldfish and cut their throats open so that they can die for your meal? We live in a country where the most heinous criminals are given the death penalty, and yet even they are routinely granted a last meal of their choice, time with their families, a chance to pray, and are given a theoretically painless, lethal injection. Animals sold in Whole Foods, who never did anyone wrong, experience horrors such as being de-beaked, castrated, shot in the skull with a captive bolt, and having their throats slashed apart. How humane is it really when we wouldn't do it to even the most horrendous of serial rapists and mass murderers? The answer is simple. It's not humane. It's slavery and murder. And they are not food.
This is violence.
They're not food.
This is violence.
They're not food.
This is violence.
They're babies.
Not ours.
Their bodies.
Not ours.
Their eggs.
Not ours.
Their lives.
Not ours.
Their milk.
Not ours.
They are not food.
This is violence.
They're not food.
This is violence.
They're not food.
This is violence.
Do not let
speaking about the cows and the goats who the milk and dairy products were stolen from. They were mothers. They were repeatedly exploited for their female reproductive systems until their bodies were worth more dead than alive. They were forcibly impregnated in a device called a rape rack. Each time after they gave birth, their babies were immediately ripped from them. Those babies never knew their mother's love. The males were imprisoned in steel crates, so small that they could barely move. The females will be tortured just as their mothers were. This all happened because humans wanted the milk that was meant for them. These animals feel the same feelings as the dogs and cats you love in your own homes. The only difference is they were born a different species. Dog, cat, cow, chicken, pig, fish, or human, all animals deserve freedom from human tyranny. The good news is that there is another way. Now that there are many plant-based milks and dairy alternatives, we no longer need to fund this cruel and oppressive system. Today, I want to ask you, please expand your circle of compassion to include all animals. Join us as we fight for animal liberation and help us put an end to this injustice. Animals want to live.
Just like us.
Animals want freedom.
Just like us.
Animals love their babies.
Just like us.
Their eggs, not ours. Their milk,
Not ours.
their meat,
Not ours.
their body.
Not ours.
I remember when I was little, being taught in Sunday school that the reason why people decorated eggs and put images of baby chicks everywhere was to celebrate wilderness life. However, it's a horrific irony that one of the most atrocious displays of disregard of the preciousness of life occurs in the very processes for obtaining all those eggs we will like to consume on Easter. For simply being male, millions of innocent newborn chicks are sorted on assembly lines and thrown away like trash because they are not profitable to the egg industry. They end up being tossed alive into sharp blenders, or stuffed into bags and thrown out dumpsters, or killed in gas chambers. This is standard practice in all egg facilities to kill all the useless male chicks. Even if you get your eggs from backyard farmers, organic, grain companies, Whole Foods, or other grocery stores. In fact, using the first method of distributing chicks, the earlier egg comes with the stamp of humane certified approval. I remember as a young child when I saw the news that neighbors had stopped calling them bear meats in their garbage because they were not wanted anymore. They ended up being prosecuted for animal cruelty. But one of the billions of innocent baby birds people regularly pay to be stuffed in bags for dumpsters. You know the compassion felt for them cannot logically be compared to those animals who are not exploited for profit. This is why I am here to speak out today. If we claim to be a society that loves animals and celebrates new life, it only makes sense to not fund humans and killing animals and sentient beings if we want to act in accordance with those values. As long as there are people calling the act of grinding up baby chicks and blenders humane and all other forms of exploitation, we will speak out against the violence and fight for the end of the commodification of animals. They are not food.
This is violence.
They are not food.
This is violence.